today I wanted to have a bit of fun. Like I said to you, I wanted some fun. I love slang, and
I absolutely love it. Like when I first came to Australia, I literally was like, when I first got off the plane,
yeah,
I was just like, just taking it all in because I've been a massive fan of Australia since I was
Australia.
a wee nipper, as we say,
Yeah.
and I was just like, oh, I love how they're talking, and they say the C word more than I do. And I was, coming over here from London, and I mean, I thought it was pretty rife over there, but we have it with a C and a K here, which makes a difference.
Yes, it does.
Sort of like amps up or amps down the severity of the damage
It
linguistic.
does. Yes. So, well, I that was one of the questions I was going to ask you is, how long have you been in Australia now for, Adam? It's quite a while, isn't it?
It's over a decade.
Okay. So do you feel like you've got a good handle on Aussie slang? Do you feel like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, but I never ceases to amaze me what comes out. I mean,
yeah.
the best, I'll tell you some stories in a minute. I'll let you carry on, sorry, before I just go blah 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 blah.
It's all good. I like your blah, 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 blah. Sometimes, I guess I do.
Sometimes you're like, land,
Sometimes,
Adam, land, plane,
yes.
and back
Sometimes
point.
land the plane. However, this is fun. This is slang. This is jumping in. This is the automatic mouth, the view version where we'll just jump in. I was interested because when you research slang, and I research linguistics and have studied a bit of linguistics through university, and it's wonderful to watch and learn about the progression of
The
language.
etymology of it all.
Yeah. Like one that I thought was quite funny is there's Aussie slang word called a bludger. And so what do you think a bludger is, Adam? What would you say a bludger is?
Isn't it like a hammery type thing you bludgeon people with?
Love it. No.
Oh,
Yes and no. It's
okay.
both. Yes.
Right.
However, in slang in Australia, if you call someone a bludger, they're a freeloader. They're not helping. They're not doing things to control.
Oh.
So, on
So
a
in
work
the UK, we
site.
call that a blagger.
Well, the interesting thing, what is that? Blagging.
A blagger.
A
Oh,
blagger.
you're such a blagger.
So that's what a bludger is. However, here's the interesting twist in this tale, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Bludger, when you look at where the word came from, bludger was initially a UK slang word for a pimp. And again, meaning someone who sits around doing fuck all while people are out there earning the money.
Oh, the hoes are working it.
Exactly.
I mean, the caring, loving way to any sex workers that are listening to this podcast. Sorry.
No disrespect, right? They are hardworking people.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yes. So I thought that was funny that, how it's so much slang, though, I think, does migrate to Australia more from England than the US.
Well, yeah, because it was the £10 pom, and before we were sending all our prisoners over here, weren't we? Really?
Well, isn't that funny? That's where pom comes from, and now that's evolved as well. Like you would probably be called a pom by Aussies.
I've been called a pom once or twice.
You'd be called a pom, and yeah, the actual word, it means prisoner of Mother England, and it was.
Do you know what? I did not know that.
I got you.
Mother England.
Prisoner of Mother England for the convicts that was sent to Australia.
Isn't that POME though? Isn't that like posh? How do you say that? Posh pomade. I'm a pomade.
Pomade. So, like you were saying, the convicts were actually the poms, and so many Australians are, along the bloodlines of convicts here in Australia.
Yeah.
So there are more Australians who are actually poms than British people.
That's why I love it here.
However, we
bunch
just
of criminals.
Yep, and when we just twist shit to suit our own narratives, that's how we roll.
I love it. Wow. Well, there you go. I learned something new today. It's not even 10:30.
Right? We can pack up and finish.
Boom. Mic drop.
So I wondered how many of these, I've got a few to put to you, Adam, if you
Right.
wouldn't mind.
Yeah, go for it. Bring it.
And I'm interested to see then, like UK version. Do you know what I mean? What would,
Yep.
and I do like that you've got a bit of you can quite easily flip between posh London. This is my view, posh London and like Cockney kind of
Oh yeah.
London.
Yes, I've
Okay.
been.
So we'll start easy, shall we? So
All right.
easy. Aggro.
Aggro. Yes, it's like, if you're getting a bit aggro, you're getting a little bit aggressive, getting a little bit like,
Yeah.
a bit
Don't think
aggy. It's a bit
what's
aggy.
that? Acne.
We're getting a bit aggy instead of
Aggy.
yeah. So instead of what's the one you said?
Aggro.
Aggro, aggy. Same sort of
Interesting.
thing, Also getting a bit aggro. Don't you get aggro with me?
But you'd say Aggie in, would they say Aggie in?
And then maybe if I was talking to someone, I'd be like, you're getting a bit aggro, mate. Like, chill out. If I was talking to someone else, I'd be like, they're getting well aggy over there. So it's like
Oh my Lord, I love it. Okay. All right. Arvo.
well, that's afternoon, isn't it? We don't say that. We don't say that in England, but I mean, I do say that a lot here. Like, oh yeah, what are you doing this Saturday? Yeah. If I go back to when I go back to England,
Yeah.
I use all those words and everything, and they're like, "You're so Australian now."
Like such a lower class. I mean, really.
Really? I don't think I sound Australian at all, but
So is there any slang for in the afternoon?
um,
Or is it just later?
no, they just say this afternoon, or later today, or
No need to shorten it. Because I think I
I
can't
can
recall
shorten everything, which makes it fun, I think.
it. Everything's shortened in Australia. I think a lot of people are familiar with the smoko, the servo, the bottle-o.
Yeah, everything's got O on the end.
Yes, because we don't want to say smoke break, service station, which is a petrol station, or gas for the US,
Yeah,
bottle shop. We can't bring all that together, so we're just going to shorten it. Bottle-o.
yeah,
We're saving time here.
saving so much time. Well, they're running away from the police, so I'm not surprised they would save time.
Oh, criminals.
Obviously, this is all tongue in cheek, and nobody write in or start a lawsuit.
Oh, look, yeah, if you're offended, you're
You're
welcome.
offended, fuck off.
Yes. Okay, what about this one? Chewy.
Chewy.
Oh, he's
Well,
thinking.
I instantly want to start going, like Star Wars.
Chewbacca, yeah.
Back I've been called Chewy once or twice, but then I shaved. Yeah, no. Chewing gum, you mean? I got a bit of chewy. Yeah,
Yeah,
chewing gum, yeah. I was just struggling to place that one for a second.
a piece of chewy. Have you got a piece of
Yeah,
chewy?
got a bit chewy, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know though?
We would in the UK actually would say chewy or just like a bit of gum.
Gum. I think gum is what I've heard most.
Gum, yeah, I would say gum more than anything else.
Now, this could be very much a Northern Territory thing. However, I'm going to throw it out there. The word chewy also had a secondary meaning for when your knickers go up your ass. You're going
Isn't
to
that
pull out your chewy. A wedgie is the other word for it.
a wedgie is the front bottom and a chewy is the rear. Is that what you mean? Okay. Chewy's it. Oh, I got a chewy.
I'm going to pull out my chewy.
Does that mean like your bum's chewing your underwear? I love it. Hungry bum.
A hungry bum. See, you get it.
He's a bit fucking hungry today. Fucking.
Bum's hungry. He's having a chew. Okay. Oh, gosh, you're killing me. What about a dinky?
Well, I mean, instantly my brain goes to a male appendage.
Of
But
course.
but I think I'm just associating with winky versus dinky.
Dinky winky. Oh, it's all in the area, isn't it?
Something like
So
that.
a dinky in Australia, and look, there's some really great sites as well. One of the, again, from studying linguistics, which is so much fun because you learn about all these sites that teach you about words, and you're like, oh, I did not know that. Anyway, there's a really cool site. It's called Talking Aussie, and you can actually see where they put it. They asked different people they did like a survey around Australia to see how different people in Australia referred to the same thing. So an example is this, dinky. The question asked is, what do you call when you give someone a lift on your bike? It's a dinky or a dink.
Give us a dink.
Yes.
Give us a cheeky dinky.
Cheeky dinky. So what would you call that, Adam? And kids here, we're going back to kids.
It's been a while since somebody's offered me to get on the back of the bike.
I'd like you to start that. I think you could bring that back, in an adult form. You want a cheeky dink?
So funny. Do you know what? I can't remember. I used to do it all the time. It's escaping me. You're coming back from school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Jump on.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it? Okay,
So
carry on.
that's something to think about. Another question that was asked on here is, what do you call the little sausages that are often, put out at parties with sauce? The little sausages.
Yeah.
So the range of names that came back for these, and this is just in Australia. So outside, I don't know. There's Cheerios, little boys. I got absolutely slammed when I first moved from the Northern Territory to Queensland, and I went to the service deli and I asked for a kilo of little boys. And the person behind the counter was like,
right.
Sorry,
That's not the kind of establishment, madam.
I didn't get arrested.
Above 17, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean 18.
Come on. So that, cocktail frankfurts or Savoys.
Yeah, are they called pigs in blankets?
Yes, without the blanket. Just the pig.
The man in the boat.
So that's that one. Here's another one for you. Oh gosh, I really should have. I really didn't pick my audience. Okay, you ready?
Or you did subconsciously.
Or I did. I know, right? You're just always on my mind, Adam.
Bring it.
Rubber.
Condom.
No.
Oh.
However, that is evolving now from outside influences. In Australia, its original slang term was an eraser.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true. Actually, before I was, defiled in the mind, let's just say, when I was a child, an eraser or a rubber, yes, I would have thought instantly, rub out your pencil. But as soon as I, came of age, it meant something totally different.
Isn't that weird how that evolved?
Yeah.
It's such a change from something so innocent.
So, we evolved from rubbing something out to rubbing one out in a different way when you think about it.
It's all connected. It's all connected, Adam. I think you've worked it out.
Linguistics, babe. It's linguistics.
Yeah. Linguistics. I'm loving it. Okay. What about chockers?
Full, chockers. Oh, it's a bit,
yeah. For you.
Yeah, it's an easy one. Oh, chockers. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What about if something is a piece of piss?
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. So I've not heard. Is piece of piss?
Piece of piss, easy.
A UK thing as well?
Well, yeah, I guess that is a kind of it. Yeah, I did We did used to say that in the UK. Piece of piss. Yeah, it's a piece of piss, mate. Yeah.
Okay.
Or, you know, if you like speak a bit more, say easy peasy lemon squeezy.
So that, do you think easy peasy and piece of piss? Because it's funny, they sort of are similar, aren't they?
A lot of peas.
It's a pea thing, isn't it?
Peeing everywhere, yeah.
Peeing everywhere. And what's one of the easiest things to do? Take a piss. Like if you're gonna go, you go.
Well,
Yeah.
absolutely. It just goes like this. You know, face move. Yeah.
Such a relief. Okay, I've got one here. Daggy.
Yeah, you know, a bit you know, not dressed up, you know, looking a bit daggy, a bit like you
See,
know,
that sounds
unshaven.
better in your language. In your accent. See how Australians drag it out like it's daggy?
Oh yeah, so daggy, yeah, daggy. Well, mind you, it depends on where you are in Australia because you know, like you know, for example, up around where you are, it's like mate, oh mate, mate.
Yeah.
Whereas down here it's like, all right, mate. You know, it's a bit more clipped.
Yeah.
So I
Different
find different
my
reasons to
perspective.
drag stuff out, which I find hilariously funny.
Right?
Yeah, I love it.
So a funny thing that I found as well, it's come up a lot. You and I both, had clients and people in our trainings and things from the US. The one that gets them every time is when in Australia we'll say something like, you can just wear thongs. You don't have to get dressed up, just wear thongs. And US people are like, what?
I was just thongs on. What do you mean?
Excuse them.
And mind you, that was the same for me when I came over here from England. I was like, I don't know if you've seen me semi-naked, but I am not safe to go out in just a thong.
So is a thong have the same meaning?
Yeah, you know, it's the cheese wire underwear, you know.
Really? I did not know. I thought you guys knew what thongs were, as in, I thought you called them, what do you call thongs? Not now.
G-string.
No, I mean, what do you call flip-flops? What do you call the footwear?
Yeah, flip-flops. Put my flip-flops on.
Flip-flops.
Well, it was always flip-flops in my house anyway. In my mum and dad's house.
Wow. See, I've only ever known them as thongs.
I mean, yeah, it took me a while to kind of stop laughing at that, really. People go, oh, I've got some thongs. But
what about a bum bag?
a bum bag, yes.
Because in the US, it's a fanny pack, and that makes me feel like a child every time.
Every time, like a 4-year-old. Yeah.
You too.
You said fanny.
So what is it? Is it a bum bag in the UK?
We say bum bags in the UK, yeah. I remember when they were all the rage.
Weren't they bum?
Oh yeah, and the that kind of crimpling like shell suit, like with fluorescent green and black purple stripe down it and stuff. I used to think I looked so cool.
And you did.
No. I really did not. Oh well, actually, I've found some photos of me when I was about 15, 16. I'll flick them to you. You'll die. Me with hair. What?
Yeah, let's not go crazy. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd look up a couple of things. Again, if we're talking about the bringing the US into it here, a few words that I've used, and my US friends and students and whatnot are all like, what's that now? So another one is a Yui.
Yeah, do a U-turn.
Yes, but they've never heard of that.
What do they say?
I don't know. The other one's a fortnight. I'd say, we'll meet fortnightly. And they're like, what? What's that?
Right. Yeah, no, Yui, we say Yui in the UK. Oh, I'd have to do a Yui and come back.
So another English import.
That's probably just been imported, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, driving's completely different in the US anyway.
Oh, yeah, it's on the other side of the road. And
we drive on the same side, UK and Australia, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we do it right.
Absolutely. Boom.
Absolutely. I often think if I went to the US and, thought, oh yeah, I can hire a vehicle. No.
Honestly, you'd be surprised. It's pretty. For a second, you just like get your bearings, and then you're okay.
Really?
Just don't get drunk and drive. I mean, you shouldn't be doing that anyway.
That's anywhere.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
Because it's not just the words. It's also like the phrases that got me as well. Like I remember teaching a class of brand new traders, and I had this guy sitting at the back. He must have been, mid to late 70s, proper ocker, And I didn't really know what ocker meant at the time. And I was like, okay, everyone, so it was like day 2. I was like, right, so who'd like to place their first trade? And he went, wow. He said, Junior, well, I'm not here to fact find it, Adam. I was like, what? And then just in my head, I'm like, no, I don't quite see how that's gonna work. Like,
and who wants to do that? I mean,
yeah, poor spider. So, what the hell does that mean? What's that means? Well, obviously we don't want to do that. So yeah, let's get it on. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm not here to just muck around. I'm not here to just waste time.
Oh my God, I posted that like mad.
It's such a good one and quintessentially Australian, I feel.
Fully Aussie, love it.
Yeah, for sure. So another one though that's starting to change now is to root. Stop, look at you laughing.
You mean root?
Well, Australian
to root one, you mean?
Yes, in Australian slang, to have a root, to root on,
yeah,
so, have sex, right?
So you would have said earlier, you know what? I just feel rooted.
And not in a good way. That's why we had that on.
Not in a good way.
Which means I'm tired and not from sex.
Shagged.
Right? Yeah. However,
that word, root.
Very much in the US, anyway, maybe other places, if you're rooting someone on, you're cheering for them, aren't you? Like, I'm rooting for you. We hear that in Australia. We're like, that's funny.
Oh my day, I only met you a minute ago.
Yes. Buy me a drink at least.
I know. Please blow me a kiss first.
I will say, obviously, caveat here is that we're being very general, not all Australians use all this slang and not all Americans don't know what it means. Of course, this is just very general. It's a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun. What's the other one? A PowerPoint.
Presentation? Like, you do a PowerPoint, a presentation?
Yeah, see, that's what comes to mind, isn't it? PowerPoint presentation. But in Australia, if you walk into a house, you need to plug your laptop in, you're like, I need a PowerPoint. Where's PowerPoint? We mean we're looking for an outlet.
Do you know what? I completely skipped that one.
Because it probably is not as common in your lexicon, in your,
Yeah. Actually, I remember the first time somebody said power board, I was like, power board. And then I was like, oh, you mean the extension? He was like, oh, you mean the extension lead? And they were like, no, the extension lead is the extension lead and the power board is the power board. I was like, okay.
That clears it up, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for clear as mud. Cheers.
That outlet is what we mean.
Outlets. Yes, one needs an outlet every now and then. What?
So. Something funny that happened, this was during the COVID period, and all of our trainings and coaching, everything was all online, wasn't it? And I was sending out, a few weekly messages to people in the US, just checking up on them, keeping touch. And the message I sent out to about 5 people, because I just wanted to check on them all and then start a conversation with them all. And the message I sent out to them all was blah, 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 blah. And how are you traveling? And do you know,
we're not traveling anywhere. What do you mean? We're locked at home.
It took so long for me to clue in when I was getting these messages back from the US. You know, Australians were sending me messages back going, yeah, not bad, Ali,
Oh my
blah,
goodness,
blah, blah.
you're such a bitch. Like reminding me that I can't go anywhere. Oh,
Well, we've been in lockdown for X amount of time. So, no, I'm not traveling. And I thought, oh my goodness, I've just upset all these lovely people with my slang.
oh my God. Yes, that's well, I mean it's a bit sensitive, isn't it?
It's a bit sensitive, and it was a great opportunity for me to do some coaching. However,
Yeah.
it teach me about how easily though we still fall into what we consider not even slang.
Yeah.
For me to say to you, Adam, so how are you traveling, honey? That's normal English for me.
Yeah, 100%.
It's recognizing that everything has different meaning based on, like you said, even in Australia, there's different meanings and ways of saying things just in our country, let
Yeah,
alone
absolutely.
internationally, right?
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
you know what doesn't make sense to me? No, there's lots, Adam. However, let me narrow it down for you. In the US, what's the reason they say tuna fish? What's that all about? We just say tuna.
Yeah, so yeah, fancy a bit of tuna. Yeah.
Tuna
Tuna
sandwich or
fish. I mean, maybe they just need that extra bit of clarification on nearly everything when you think about it. I mean, like I've got a huge swathe of my family is American. Sometimes I'm like, what the actual FUCK is going on here? Because I'm just like, really? You don't get that? It's a very, it's a completely standalone culture on its own, isn't it? Because they don't get out much, you know. And they're like, yeah, man, well, it's a fish. That's why we say it's a fish. Okay.
as opposed to a tuna cow,
Is a tuna sausage?
tuna chicken. So it doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand the extra. However, is some of that because in Australia we're lazy and shorten everything? So,
Well, but I mean, in the UK we just say tuna.
right, here's
Yeah.
another one for you. What is lunch meat?
Someone very delicious that you see across the bar. Too much?
It's afternoon delight.
Afternoon pudding. Um, so was it afternoon lunch meat?
Yeah, they have a thing called lunch meat, and I think that might be what we call like Devon or what
Oh,
else?
is it like, that spam? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think it might be that kind of stuff.
Is it?
I don't know. I don't know.
I've not actually. That's a new one on me. That one.
Yeah, so we'll leave that one. So I had a last one here for you. What about a posse?
Hang on. Could you spell that?
Can I have a sentence?
Yeah.
I will spell it Possie.
A posse. Isn't that a possum? Oh,
What
the
if I put it,
posies are in the tree.
what if I put it in a sentence for you and
Okay.
say, Adam, I'm going to be a little bit late to dinner. Could you save me a posse?
Save me a posse. A C?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. It's a like a good spot to sit.
Oh God! I mean, you wouldn't want to say that slow. Save me a prosy. You would say that a bit wrong, wouldn't you? Like, yeah. Well, there's any left? Of course.
You may have heard, if you think about it, you may have heard some people might say things in Australia like, no, we've got to get there really early or else we won't get a good posse. Now I'm just going to make you
That
giggle with that every
that is
time.
gold. No, I've not heard that one before.
You are welcome. So, what have you
Oh.
learned today of a chewy, a different meaning of chewy?
Chewy is a hungry bum.
A
A
hungry bum.
posse. A posse is a C. I'm going to stick my chewy on the posse. Give it a rest. And
Oh, you're killing me. That's
Oh, I
funny.
can't remember. Yeah. Oh, got such a cheery. I need a posse. Stat. Um,
Brilliant. That's brilliant. I did learn something watching I like to watch a lot of cooking shows.
so do I.
And I mean I'm a Gordon Ramsay fan.
Oh,
Actually,
me too. I love
I love
him.
Gordon Ramsay. He's
Me too.
great.
He's an arsehole. I love it.
However, it used to really annoy me. Not annoy me, that's not the right word, Alison. Anyway, you'll get what I'm saying. The word entree is different in the US than it is here. Yes. So, and it must be also, I think, in the UK.
Or just say starter.
Well, an entree for us in
But it's
Australia is a
French, isn't it?
starter.
Obviously, it's entree. Darling. What's we having for entree?
That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
It's the entry into the meal. It's the starter. It's the appetizer. That makes perfect sense to
You should
us.
meet over here like foreplay.
Yes, it's just like that. In the US, the entree is the main meal.
Is it? Well, I mean, look at the size of them. It wouldn't surprise me.
So they have an appetizer and an entree, and then a
And
dessert.
and then the all you can eat. Oh my God! Sorry, this is a sweeping statement. There's no judgment.
No. And so this is what confused me when I'd watch like
Wow.
Hell's Kitchen and things like that. And they'd be saying, you've got to go and make this entree. And then they serve it up and it's big. And I'd think, oh my God, that'd totally fill me up. What's the main meal?
Oh my
And
God, I did not know that. So
I,
they have a starter and an entree.
yes.
Warm up for the warm up for the full hot.
No.
Oh, the entree is the main.
Yes, entree is their main meal, whereas entree means to us the starter, the before the main meal.
What?
So we'd have an appetizer, we'd have an entree and a main. They have an appetizer and an entree.
Wow. Wow.
Right?
That explains a lot.
So something to think about next time we go to the US.
So that means I can make bigger entrees and not feel guilty. Yay.
You'd say, oh, I'm just having an entree.
Yes, main course size entree, darling. Oh, that's the last thing I need to be doing at the minute. Anyway, well,
Anyway,
that was marvelous. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
same. That was fun. I love
Yeah.
pulling these words apart and having some fun with them. Language is flexible.
I'll be
And
pulling my chewy apart in a minute.
yeah, well, look, I've got a bit of a chewy, so I've got to go take care of that. And then I'm going to go and make a sanger for lunch, maybe some little boys.
Oh, yum. Sounds like a party.
You go and enjoy your lunch meat, all right?
Oh, now you're talking.
All right, treasure, have
All
fun
right, speak to you
and
later.
see you
Bye.
next week.
Bye.